The top headlines: officials of CAF and PD seal illegally operated private oil dealer at Andhra. A very good afternoon. You're watching Pm-Istv English News at 2. I'm Soyofi, giving you the news in detail. A joint inspection conducted by Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution Imphal East District Administration and IOCL sealed an illegally operated private oil pump at Andhra. The outlet was found operating without mandatory approvals, including no objection certificate and safety certificates, and was storing up to 2,500 liters of fuel. Officials said the action followed directives from the governor to crack down on unauthorized roadside fuel sales that pose fire and public safety risk. Authorities warned that similar drives will continue across Manipur. It was reported that the authorities have notified the proprietor to furnish key documents such as no objection certificate, safety certificate and rent certificate. However, the private oil dealer failed to provide the details. The officials said the government has sealed the establishment and given the owner a 3-day deadline to provide the necessary documents such as land documents, no objection certificate, a license from the Petroleum and Explosives Safety Organization, an authorization letter from an oil marketing company, and a valid trade license. District Supply Officer Imphal East District K. Dhananjoy, SDC Tulihal Irom Nirmala, Assistant Manager IOCL N. Sumyan, ADCAF and PD Imphal East L. Victor were part of the inspection team which conducted the raid.
Letter amasumay OMC gi makhada oitargadi mai letter amasu paibigadabane main oibadi aduni even sigi hangiba jaga se trade license bo paibiramde taramba ground da hangine city am thina bazar mayam side leibiriba surrounding mayam singsina su moina phajana aware oibigadabane ba city amna petrol city thathigraba kaino mane manakta maket pusanbi aponte mobile wari sanarga manakta pusanbo bo ya ponte am explosive kaino mane adugi sisira mana explosive license yaugana bo hang leiramba city loina lekai sima loi tungai chakadrineba.
The District Health Society Taubal and District Hospital Taubal has announced that cancer treatment facilities and services are available at daycare chemotherapy centers set up under the National Program for Prevention and Control of Non-Communicable Diseases at the hospital. Speaking to media persons, Medical Superintendent, District Hospital Taubal Dr. W. Ruhini Kumar and District Mission Officer, District Health Society Taubal Dr. Y. Nokul said the medical service is available to all cancer patients or survivors. The center was set up as part of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Government of India's program to allow cancer patients to seek treatment in healthcare institutions close to their homes after being prescribed chemotherapy by oncologists from outside the state or otherwise, they said. They further shared that aside from the chemo injections, even chemo drugs will be given to the patients for free if they are available at the center's store or pharmacy, and in case of unavailability, a request will be submitted to the higher authority to make them available at the store. Patients were urged to avail the services by consulting with concerned specialists. They added that tele-onco consultation with Tata Hospital Mumbai for hematology and breast cancer was also launched from July 2025 in a tie-up with National Cancer Grid and Tata Hospital Mumbai, and urged people to take advantage of the teleconsultation service available at the hospital.
Maruena Wednesday putting the hematology gi maramda leba cancer singi follow up tawbasi khoi chathari hujipokda mi kunumjoi yengkre haukiba thadagi breast cancer gi chu Friday da khoi dugumba tele consultation data da leba dugumba sparring doctor singa kasan tawbagi thorop chakoi hore aduna mayamna tata da kaida paisa yam chakna follow up chatpadu ji akoi disostan thawanda laktuna dugumba follow up tawbagi dongjaba tu akoi lejare.
27th State Level Youth Festival 2025, organized by Directorate of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of Manipur, kicked off today at State Youth Center, Kumanlampak. The festival will conclude on 27th December. Secretary of Youth Affairs and Sports, and N. Pravin, Director of Youth Affairs and Sports, M. Veto, graced the opening program as dignitaries. Around 350 youths from different youth centers, youth clubs and associations participated in the festival. Addressing the gathering, Directorate of Youth Affairs and Sports, Mayangbam Veto, shared that the festival was organized to prepare the youth participants for the national level youth festival scheduled for January 2026. He also assured that from next year, the department will start distributing State Youth Award.
Mamang youth awards state level youth award from next year onwards, youth centers my performance records because PU incentive incentive activity report number youth centers in the week Kana youth award PV aware state award PU the coming financial year we reinstate program fazana cooperate festivals motto
Drive against illegal poppy cultivation was carried out at 2 different locations at Ukhrul by the combined team of Police Forest Department, BSF, Assam Rifles and NAB. At LM Block, a total of 52 acres were destroyed and 12 hearths used by poppy cultivators were burned by a combined team comprising District Police, 6 MR, the Forest Department and 18 Assam Rifles under the command of SDPO Ukhrul. In Yaulem, Chepu and Lamlai Chingpai area, a total of 67 acres were destroyed and 12 hearths used by poppy cultivators were burned by a combined team comprising District Police, BSF, the Forest Department, 4 Maha Regiment, NCB and NAB under the command of SDPO Jesami. We have the national updates. Both the Houses of Parliament have been adjourned sine die, with this 19-day winter session concluded today. The Lok Sabha was first adjourned sine die and after that the Rajya Sabha adjourned. In his valedictory address, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said that the productivity of the House was around 111%. He said a total of 15 sittings of the House took place. He also thanked all the members for their cooperation in the smooth conduct of the House. In his valedictory address, Rajya Sabha Chairman C.P. Radhakrishnan said that the House functioned for around 92 hours and recorded 121% productivity. He said 59 private members' bills have been introduced during the session. He added that the session was marked by high-quality debates and discussions on issues of historical and democratic significance. He said the House held a special discussion on the 150th anniversary of the national song Vande Mataram, in which 82 members participated in the discussion. He said the House also held a discussion on election reforms in which 57 members shared their valuable insights on strengthening the country's democratic process. Radhakrishnan expressed concern over the disruption created during yesterday's sitting by the opposition members. He said that shouting slogans, displaying placards, disrupting the minister replying to the discussion, tearing up papers and throwing them in the well of the House showed conduct unbecoming of members of Parliament. He hoped that the members will introspect and not repeat such unruly behavior in the future. We have the international update. Dhaka witnessed fresh unrest in the early hours today as the premises of the renowned Bengali cultural organization Chayanaut were vandalized and partially set on fire hours after news broke out of the death of Inkilab Mancha convener Sharif Osman Hadi. The incident took place around 1:30 to 2 a.m. at Chayanaut Sanskriti Bhavan in the capital's Dhanmondi area. Witnesses said a group of unidentified individuals forcibly entered the building, smashed furniture and music equipment and set fire to items inside the premises as well as on the road outside. The police said protesters vandalized the building and ignited fires using scraps. Fire service personnel later reached the scene and brought the flames under control. According to witnesses, several assailants wore helmets and face coverings to conceal their identities and were heard chanting religious slogans including Naraye Takbir during the attack. Members of the Bangladesh Army and police were later deployed to disperse the crowd and restore order. The Human Rights Council of Balochistan has raised alarm over a rise in enforced disappearances of Baloch women by Pakistani security forces. In 2025, 9 cases were documented involving students, health workers, housewives and activists, with some victims tortured or killed in custody. HRCB says agencies like the Counter-Terrorism Department, Frontier Corps and military intelligence are involved, making the abuses systematic. While disappearances have long targeted men, women are now direct targets, especially those in public roles or activism. The rights body warns these abductions are deliberate tools of repression, silencing dissent, intimidating families and normalizing state control in Balochistan. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. Officials of CAF and PD still illegally operated private oil dealer at Andhra. That's all we have for now. Thank you for joining us. See you at 4 with more updates.